All right, well, that's really frustrating. So let me just write into chat. I got to get everything up and running again. So this is happening like a lot on the stream lately, and I don't know the. I honestly don't know the best way to like deal with it with my ISP. Um, but yeah, not a fan. Um, so let me just take a minute here to. So I think it was just finding the sleeping pills that got us through. So the thing that kind of bugs me about this is that basically when I try to upload it to YouTube, where there are a couple of people who kind of used to watch the stream somewhat regularly, but then my hours sort of shifted and they didn't have the same opportunities. I really don't like the way that it winds up splitting up the videos, and then if people have notifications on, they get bugged twice about a video or whatever. It's generally not good for everyone involved. But no point in moping about it. Let's try and make the best of what we've got. So I'm obviously making really slow progress in today, but we did find an empty bottle that in-game that Ace Attorney Kuno knocked over. So here you go. Anyway, what was that kid saying? He saw everything. The drain where the fanboy came in. He didn't waste any time coming in either. Talk about cause and effect. So for the sleeping pills, I kind of have a view that I should be showing this to Will Powers. We have other opportunities. So first of all, I try not to pay much attention to things that don't interest me. Huh. Where's that old windbag? Odd of her to leave her post. Hey! Heck, that was her! Stop! Whippersnapper! Yep, sounds like she's chasing after that boy. Natch. Uh-oh, she tripped. That sure looks happy. Alright, we can finally get that key. Hey, Nick! Now's our chance. Let's check out the guard station. Good idea. Oh. This is it, Nick. A trailer key. The key to that trailer in Studio 2. We'll be borrowing this, right, Nick? Trailer key slipped into pocket. Security guard station. This old bag must like junk food. There's a mountain of it on the desk in there. I, too, like junk food. I wonder if the key we borrowed from the guard station will work. It opened. Great! Let's go, Nick! She seems eager all of a sudden. Well, you first, Nick. Oh, not that eager. October 18th, Studio 2 trailer. Eek! Someone's in here. Names? Our names? We're WP's lawyers, and I see. And who might you... Dee Vasquez, the producer. Dee Vasquez. She's quite beautiful. I want to examine Dee. The glass is frosted. I can't see outside. This far into October, the dimming daylight makes it feel like winter's coming. Looks like they were designing a set to use for the Steel Samurai show. We've got some figures for how much the set costs. I can't believe they spend that much money on those sets. No clues here. Actually, one thing that was kind of funny about working on a sci-fi show, it ran for like multiple seasons, and one of the things about the set, like they'd pay to rent the sound stages. But what was particularly interesting about it was like it was really clear that they had sort of a formula where there would like be a new planet added like every season, and they'd like make use of the sets over and over again. Like, but basically like a planet would be introduced, and then all of a sudden, you know, they'd be writing different reasons to like visit this planet or this group of people just so they could keep like making good use of their. But so like effectively the production value of the show would grow with each passing season in terms of like the variety of the sets. So you'd spend like a season's budget on one location and then another season's budget on another location, and then presumably by the end of the show you have something that maybe looks like, I don't know, a Hollywood movie. I'm not quite sure what the reasoning was, but it worked. Another old movie poster, The Singing Samurai, starring Jack Hammer. The hell do samurai sing about? Chopping off heads? Hello, Vanguard Master. Yes, not a fan of Rogers. This has been happening kind of regularly, but oh God, I said I was going to get back to you on your pitch, and then I will look at that tomorrow. And if I have not gotten back to you tomorrow, you have every right to send me an all capital letters message. I'm sorry, Vanguard. I completely meant to do it, and then I dropped the ball after saying I wasn't going to drop the ball. That's completely on me. I'm sorry. I appreciate you being cool about it. Oh my God. That movie was the best. About a samurai who sings his way to fame and fortune. Mr. Hammer was a very accomplished singer, you know. Just like Clint Eastwood. You've all seen Paint Your Wagon, right? Singing samurai stars. What's next? Ninja Ballet? Samurai Summer, starring Jack Hammer. This poster's quite old. Wow, it's been years since I saw that show. It was one of those typical summer romance stories, but it was great. Typical summer romance with a samurai on a horse. An old movie poster. Dynamite Samurai, starring Jack Hammer. I guess Mr. Hammer used to be quite the star. This is where they had the meeting. There are documents and paper cups scattered around. Nothing in there that could be a clue. Just some paper cups and crumpled documents. Milady? I was wondering if you could tell me about the day of the murder. Ms. Vasquez? Script. Excuse me? Script. I'm looking for a script. A script? The Steel Samurai, episode 13. I need it. Could we ask you a bit about the day of the murder? I need to read it. We're getting nowhere fast. We'd really like to ask you about the Steel Samurai. Ms. Vasquez, it's on TV every week. That's all I have to say about that. Nick, she's telling us to go watch TV. The nerve of her. Hey, don't get mad at me. About the director, Salmonella, was it? What exactly is his role here? Perhaps I didn't make myself clear. I'm looking for a script. I can't be bothered with anything else. Nick, are all people in the entertainment business this weird? It's starting to look like it. Nick, let's get out of here. Isn't there someplace else we have to check? Yeah. Wait. Yes? If you see Manila, give him this. Why do we have to do your errands? I don't think I like her. Don't cry. She'll take it as a sign of weakness. All right, we'll give it to him if we see him. Ask his memo added to the court record. Memo reads, bring me the script for episode 13. I'm not interested. I had to try. So I might as well go to the employee area and deliver the memo. I just need to have that salmonella charm, and I'm sure she'll warm up. Here, I got this from the producer. Huh? Bring me the script for episode 13? Episode 13? Where'd I put that one? Must have left it somewhere. Sweats. Uh-oh. My ass is pwned if I don't find it. Shakes. Nick. Might be quicker to just look at all the places where he's likely to have been. I agree. So Studio One seems to make the most sense because of the director's chair, but back at the scene of the crime. Let's find what we need and get out of here quick, Nick. Hey, look! That's the chair the director sits in. I've always wanted to sit in one of these. The director. Oh yeah? Take a look around that chair for me, would you? Remember that script the director was talking about? Didn't he say he'd left it somewhere? Aha! Found it, Nick. The script. Good work. Script placed in pocket. A Steel Samurai script. The cover reads episode 13. My God, there's so many people. Milady. Here, we found it. Your script. Ah. Script handed to D. Vasquez. Not gonna talk to us? Quiet. I'm reading. Just you hold on. What's the big idea? Who do you think you are anyway? And do you even know who we are? Powers lawyers? Right. Am I a suspect? No, it's just, well, no, but... You wanted to know about the day of the murder? Yes. Anything you could tell us would be a big help. You know there was a meeting here at noon. Yes, with the director and the people from the network. Correct. Now listen closely. None of the people in this trailer that afternoon went to Studio One. It was impossible for us to leave. Impossible? Why? The path was blocked. Path? I'm not interested. Oh, is it? Yeah. It's because I was already in that, so. On the day of the murder, the path that leads here was blocked? You saw Mr. Monkey on the way here, correct? Mr. Monkey? The monkey with the broken head. Oh, right, that. What an original name. The head fell over in the wind on the day of the murder. They didn't start moving the head out of the way until after 3. It was after 4 by the time the path was unblocked. Capiche? Everyone in this trailer was stuck here until the path was cleared. Stuck in this trailer, stuck until after 4. Hammer died at 2:30. Thus, none of us could have gone to Studio 1. What? It's true. Crane came just after 3 to move the head. We called some people in to clear the way. I'm sure they'd corroborate my story. But wait, what if the head fell over after 2:30? Then you could have gone to Studio 1. 2:30, the time of death. Very well. Come. That's Mr. Monkey. When it wasn't broken, it announced the time in oops. 1 ook per hour. Ook, ook, ook. That's right. Ook, 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 ook. Always with the ooking. It is a monkey, after all. Check its head. The clock inside stopped when it broke. Nick, it stopped at 2:15. 2:15. That's right. The path was blocked from 2:15 till after 4. Therefore, we're innocent. Mr. Hammer died in Studio 1 at 2:30. See? Goodbye. Mr. Monkey's head data added to the court record. What do we do, Nick? There isn't anyone besides WP who could have killed Hammer. It's over. We're finished. Sure doesn't look good. Guess we should head back to the office and plan our strategy. October 18th, Wright & Co. Law Offices. Now what? We're fresh out of clues. Everyone's alibi is watertight. We don't even have any promising leads. Things are looking pretty grim. It's a little early for giving up, don't you think? Huh? You've got 1 lead. Mia, it's you! What took you so long? Sorry, Phoenix. Maya has trouble calling me unless she's really in trouble. Right. Oh wait, I guess that means we really are in trouble. I'd say so. What did you mean we have 1 lead? The boy, of course. Yeah, I saw him. I saw everything. What? No way am I telling you, losers. I don't know, he didn't sound like he was going to help us at all. I'm sure you can find some way of bringing him over to your side. Either way, we should go back to the studios. That boy is our last hope, Phoenix. Thanks. I'm more worried than I was before. October 18th, Global Studios main gate. What's wrong? Whippersnapper! She's been chasing that boy this whole time. When I catch him, I... Sounds like she hasn't had any luck catching him. I got a hostage now, Whippersnapper. A hostage? What happened to the boy? I see him again. I'll lay him flat. What a violent old lady. Actually, I met with the director just now. Eh? Huh? My heart. I don't feel so good. Is she okay? Before I go, I'd like to visit the place where poor Hammer died. Right, she was saying she wanted to visit the studio where he died. What's this about a hostage? When that boy was running away, he dropped this and ran. He'll come back for this one. It's kind of hard to understand her with all that huffing and puffing. Phoenix, that hostage might be what we need. Cody might talk to us if we give him that. Good idea. Miss Old Bag, might I... No! I'm catching that brat if it's the last thing I do. Phoenix, do you have anything you might trade with her? Trade? I wonder. I mean, the only thing I can really think of right now would be the Izzy's. How you doing? It's an empty bottle, so I don't see how that'd be helpful. Maybe the key? His old bag? I'm borrowing this, just so you know. Okay. Just be sure to get it back. It's not as demanding when she's exhausted. And the card key? Hey, that's a card. Studio One? Right, a card key to Studio One. I could visit poor Hammer. Like to visit. He died. I was his fan. You don't have your own card, Miss Oldbag? Studio One is my turf. You let me borrow it then. If I give her the card key, I won't be able to get into Studio One. Why don't you let her borrow it, Phoenix? Guess it can't hurt. Here you go, Miss Oldbag. Listen to me, Sonny. I don't like having debts to no whippersnappers. You take this, and we're even. Deal? What's this? Steel Samurai trading card? That sneaky kid dropped it. Figure it's pretty important to him, though. Thank you. I may have a use for this. This must be the hostage she was talking about. Steel Samurai card added to the court record. Trading card, apparently, these are really popular with kids these days. Youths, am I right? Right, I'm off. There she goes, hobbling towards the studio. October 18th, Global Studios employee area. Hey! Hey, wait a sec. Phoenix, was that the boy? Yeah, his name's Cody Hackins. I think he ran into the dressing room. I do not have an addiction to pretty cardboard. I had this tarot collection. Well, in fairness, I believe the tarot cards I have are like plastic. The what is it? Lucid Tarot from Weather Factory. I don't think I've seen Recess, Izzy's TARDIS. I mean, I'm not so great at the character reading anyway, particularly with the number of miladies in the game. So at this point, I just kind of run with it. October 18th, Global Studios dressing room. He's sure to be in here somewhere. Found you. Damn it! He's getting away! Come back! There, he's back. How did she... Hey there, would you mind helping us out? Please? I'm Cody. Hello, Cody. I'm Mia. Mia Fey. Nice to meet you. Yo! And I'm Phoenix Wright. Who asked? Phoenix, you can take it from here. I'm not so sure I'm qualified. Just gotta wear a low-cut shirt, Phoenix. Steel Samurai's so cool. I think he's, the bomb. What would a lamer like you know about the Steel Samurai? Hey, watch that attitude. Phoenix, you really shouldn't yell like that. He's only a kid. Yeah, don't yell at that like that. I'm only a kid. This kid is Kuno. Yeah, go ahead, Izzy. So you know anything about what happened here? Could you tell me, please? I don't know nothing. It's like a little persuasion's necessary. Maybe a bribe? No, I'm thinking we use the samurai spear on him. Samurai spear? That's totally cool. I wish I had one too. This kid and Maya would get along great. Cody, this look familiar? Hey! Mike, you are! You are? Huh? You are! You know, ultra rare. That card's really hard to get. And for a grown-up, you sure are dumb. I'll give you this, if you help me. But that's my card! By offering me something I already own, you are in effect eschewing the very basis of our consumer society, namely the principle of fair trade. And for a grown-up, you sure are dumb. Okay, I really like that bit. What do they teach these kids in school these days? Quantum physics? Whatever, I don't need that card. Huh? I got a double. Just keep it. It's yours. What? After I went through all that trouble? If you want to trade, find me a really rare card. Really rare? I mean, there's something rarer than ultra rare? Ultra rare premium cards are way rarer than plain ultra rare cards. Come on! And for a grown-up, you sure are dumb. Premium rare. Why do I feel like we're talking about stakes? The premiumest rare. Hey, it's the Steel Samurai. Huh? Why is it dragging his foot like that? Where'd you get this anyway? Samurai spear. That's totally cool. I wish I had one too. I'm gonna guess the sleeping pills aren't gonna count as much of a trade. It's not boring. How can one person be so lame? If you were a superhero, you'd be lame-o man. Mr. Power's bag. Phoenix, it's not polite to look through other people's belongings. Don't look at me. Tell that to your sister. There's a box of snacks on the table and some cans of soda. They're all empty. I'm glad Maya isn't here to see this. She'd be devastated. Sorry? What was that about Maya? Oh, nothing. There's an array of cosmetics here. According to Maya, that wig was used in some old TV show. You don't know Samurai Boogie Woogie? You're even lamer than I thought. Why does everybody but me know about this show? Okay, so if we can't find it in this studio, my guess here is we're going to have to go to... the client. Guess Mr. Powers isn't questioning. Oh well. Let's try again another day, Phoenix. Alright, so much for that plan. Poster of an old movie that Mia liked. Oh hey, Mia, what's the name of this movie? That movie? Oh, I'd sure like to see that one again. It's, what was it again? Sorry, it's right on the tip of my tongue. Let me guess. It's a suspense thriller. My poor plant. It looks so sluggish. Have you been watering it properly, Phoenix? Well, Maya has, actually. I think maybe she's giving it too much. Oh, Maya. Sorry, Charlie. Plant's name is Charlie. So what's the best thing to do from here? We need to get to that studio and talk to that boy. So do you have any ideas about who might have done this? We don't have enough information to make the case yet. I've never heard that phrase before. So that's where Maya got it from. Okay, so unless there's... So I'm guessing I can't go to, yeah, Studio 1 anymore. I will take a look at Studio 2 just to see if there's maybe... Yeah, here we go. Light van for moving staff and equipment around. They've kept it in pretty good shape. Looks like I'd run fine. An incinerator. Apparently they just put this one in. It's already covered in soot. They must not clean it much. Looks like 2 people ate here. There's nothing left on the plates. Nameless flowers bloom in solitude. They probably have a proper name, but it's not for me to know. Excuse me. Not now, nor ever till the end of my days. I need a vacation. On closer inspection, this trailer looks like it's been here for a while. I don't think this is part of some temporary film set. These look like materials for making a movie set. They've been sitting here for quite some time. This might as well be a junkyard. Door is unlocked. We could probably just walk right in. October 18th, Studio 2 trailer. Oh, hi. Hello. What brings you here? Oh, well, I had to arrange some stuff. Yes. The girl with you, doesn't she seem a little different? Like, is she even the same person as before? Nope. She's the same as always. Same as always. Okay, whatever you say. Have you seen that boy since then? Nope. You missed it, though. Security lady was chasing him around after the... chasing around after the boy so much I thought she'd collapse. Of course, he got away in the end. Boy, was she mad. Actually, we saw them. How's the old windbag doing? She was squeezing donuts through her clenched fist back in the guard station. Some people take their jobs a little too seriously. Are all the posters on the wall here of Hammer? Yes. It's really a terrible loss for the studios. You know what they said at the start of every one of these movies? Everybody would be getting into the theater. They'd sit down. They'd have their popcorn in one hand. They'd have their drink in the other one. The lights dim. The curtains open. And before the movie, all of a sudden, there would be an announcement. Stop! Hammer time! His popularity had been waning recently, right? That's true. Then again, after what happened... After what happened? You mean you don't know about Hammer? No, what? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said anything. They killed him for the insurance money. I've known this since the beginning. Wait, now you have to tell me. What happened with Hammer? I'm sorry. I'm probably not the one who should tell you. Uh-oh. Why do I get the feeling something's being covered up here? Another old movie poster. The Singing Samurai starring Jack Hammer. What the hell do samurai sing about? Chopping off heads? It's a samurai musical set in ancient Japan. A samurai musical? Is that even a genre? Paint your wagon. Well, I'm impressed. You know your stuff, Mia. Oh, Maya's the real fan. I just picked a little up. Samurai Summer starring Jack Hammer. Poster looks like it's been hanging here for years. This is one of Maya's favorite movies. Maybe you should replace the poster in the office with this one? That would be kind of sad. Old movie poster. Dynamite Samurai starring Jack Hammer. I guess Mr. Hammer used to be quite the star. Nothing in here that would be a clue. Just some paper cups and crumpled documents. Excuse me. See, I'm trying to find... I was thinking I could maybe try and take one of the posters. Like, it's not like we can go to a collectible card shop to try and find something, so... Do you know anything about this? Hey, that's a Steel Samurai trading card. I collect those, actually. I'm one card away from a complete set. A complete set? Yeah, a set of one of each card. Huh. Wait. That's it! That's the card I need! You don't know how long I've been looking for it. I don't care what kind of girl might think I am. I need that card. Please, I beg you, please trade with me. Trade with you? Yes, trade cards. Look, I'll even trade you an ultra rare premium card. Trade me, huh? Yes, it's a good deal for your ultra rare. Please! Phoenix, can't you see she's desperate? What's everybody getting so excited about? Okay. Really? Thanks! And this is for you. Ultra rare premium card added to the court record. I don't suppose any of you have seen the show Billions, have you? Yoo-hoo! And there she goes. Doing good things like that make you feel great. Yeah. Yeah, it does. I think it's a pretty good show. I do think it was overshadowed by Succession. I think obviously you can enjoy more than one show at a time. And if one of the challenges with it is that it definitely, like, it was funny in places, but maybe didn't have the gravitas of Succession. And I think there's a consensus that the final season was not quite as good as the others. But overall, I think it's a decent one. So Paul Giamatti plays sort of like a Elliot Spitzer or a Preet Bharara. Diluted Daybreak, good to see you. Thank you very much for rating. I'll actually do... Vesper was in like right at the start, so I'm going to give him a quick shout out at the start. Vesper is the reason why I'm playing Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Gentleman and Scholar also plays quite a few visual novels. So for those of you who do like these kinds of games, he is probably the better one to watch, to be honest, because he's more familiar with the genre and definitely is very enjoyable to watch for it. Now I'm very grateful that he shared Phoenix Wright. Didn't share, he gave Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney to the stream, because it's my first time playing the series and I'm very much enjoying it. But what I didn't know was how much Diluted Daybreak. Well, it looks to me like it did. I at least I see you here. I saw the alert, so thank you. Thank you, Diluted. But yeah, so we've got Diluted Daybreak, who I started off with a shout out for Vesper because he was in at the start, so I did briefly mention his broadcast, but it was like when he was the only person in the stream, so it felt slightly more appropriate to at least introduce a few people to to the man most responsible for me playing. But I was delighted to find out that Diluted Daybreak is quite a fan of this series. So I know Diluted Daybreak through her hosting me after I was playing the Rift of the Necrodancer demo. Now, for those of you who are fans of the Brace Yourself games, I will definitely let you know that Diluted plays Rift of the Necrodancer at a much higher level than I do. Very fun streamer. Also, sharp as attack. Works in the sciences, but like real sciences, not social sciences like me. but no, I again originally bonded over the Brace Yourself games, which of course I'm a very big fan of, and I have a great love for that particular developer. But I was also delighted to see Diluted play the Elder Scrolls series, particularly Morrowind and Oblivion. And in fact, I will mention that Diluted Daybreak is doing a Sheogorath cosplay. So on top of playing a bunch of games which I have enjoyed, and I think I would definitely say, if you like watching streams for skill, Diluted Daybreak is probably the better one to go to. But on top of all of that, it was a lot of fun to have around the channel, and I had sort of found out unintentionally that this game was a bit of a special one. So. And we did do the step ladder bit again, which I'm sure you'll be pleased to know about. But anyways, two wonderful streamers I highly recommend checking out. We're still on the Steel Samurai one. I can't remember if you saw us do that before. We've been having a little bit of an issue in terms of the internet tonight, but I think we're getting through it. All right, let's go trade cards. See this card? Yeah, so, wait, that's it! That's the last ultra rare premium card I need. Come on, give it to me, please! You gotta give it to me. Wow, I've never seen him so eager. I actually, so, I particularly like the bit where, I'm just gonna call Cody Kuno. Like, as far as I'm concerned, he's the Phoenix Wright Kuno here. I love the bit where he's like, you can't give me something that I own. You need to respect property rights. Man, you're so dumb. Obviously, he gives a more elaborate explanation, but it's oh yeah, sorry. What I was talking about Billions and I didn't finish the thought. Anyways, it's a pretty decent episode. So the Paul Giamatti character ceases to be a district attorney, and he's sort of reduced to being a local politician for a bit. And there's an entire episode where the only thing that he can offer is like a free parking pass, and the entire episode is about him trying to get rid of this parking pass. And it's Chekhov's gun, basically. Like, at some point he is going to run into it, but because it's been like an hour-long episode in which he cannot get rid of this thing, and he finally runs into like the one person who's complaining about his parking tickets, and like, it's Paul Giamatti, so he's a good actor, and just this look of this huge smile on his face that now that he's able to parlay this into like a real favor. For some reason, just doing the card trading on here reminded me of that episode. I'm sorry, I've been talking about TV the entire episode, but then again, I mean, it is a cop show basically. So this, not Billions, obviously. All right, okay. How about a trade? You're on. I'll give you a samurai spear and throw in an evil magistrate to boot. No, not that kind of trade. I don't want cards, I want information. Huh? You sure? Fine by me. Your V card given to Cody. Okay, Phoenix, let's hear what he has to say. If you know something that could help us, we can have him take the stand tomorrow. So, yeah, like the Steel Samurai. He's so cool. I guess. You're judging him by his looks. You have to look at his actions and his life. I'm being lectured on life by a grade schooler. You like him too, don't you? Me? Yeah. I love the Steel Samurai. So tell me, what your favorite thing about the Steel Samurai is? Fighting skills. I'll think of something. I like it when he vanquishes his foes. Yeah, with Zam! Steel Samurai always wins. Always. Check this out. It's my fan album. What the? It's all pictures of the Steel Samurai. I get it every live performance. Stupid publicity stunts where they beat up each other in public. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Whizam! I got them all. I never missed one. A perfect collection. Okay, so he's got a photo of the murder. Check it out, my new digital camera. Wow, that's very impressive. The newest model, isn't it? You bet, lady. I just got it for my birthday. Don't you have a phone? My album has a name. Want to hear it? The Steel Samurai. Path to Glory. Steel Samurai always wins. Always. Hey, if you want this, you can have it, lady. Really? Are you sure? Yeah, I took these with a digital camera. I got all the data at home, so I can always just make another one. Well then, I'm happy to accept. Thank you. And these photos of every victory seen in every battle the Steel Samurai has won. So the people always giving stuff to Mia. What a life. You were here on the day of the incident, right? Yeah. Did you see anything unusual? Oh, sorry, one second here. Cody. Cody, he needs to know because he's fighting for justice. Isn't that the Steel Samurai's motto? For great justice? You have to help us fight for great justice too. I saw everything. Well, well, you might get some useful information out of him yet. Cody, I need to ask you something very important. What did you see on the day of the incident? I got here that day around 2 o'clock. I had to come in through the woods out back so that the old lady wouldn't see me. I got kind of lost though. I was in there for maybe half an hour or so. Then I finally got to the studio. After that... What is it, Cody? Steel Samurai killed the bad guy. He used a samurai spear, just like always. One shot, one kill. It happened so fast, I got scared. I went home after that. I see. Must have been hard for you. And you say those nice things, but it's obvious you aren't speaking from the heart. Right. Mia? Yes? I think we can say for sure this means the Steel Samurai did it. True enough. And the director has an alibi, so it wasn't him. Indeed. So the only person left who it could be is Will Powers. I have to admit, it's kind of a shock. But if you put this boy on the witness stand, your client will be guilty for sure. Let's not call him then. I think that would be wise. Best to leave this one alone. Not so fast, pal. I heard everything. This boy here's a key witness. He's under police protection, starting now. Come on, son. You got a rendezvous with me down at the precinct. No, I ain't going. Ah! That didn't go so well. We're back to 0 leads. And now we have a serious handicap in court. What are we going to do, Mia? Well, I really need to be going. Don't worry, Phoenix. I'm sure you'll be fine. Whoa, 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 whoa! Come to the trial tomorrow, please. I need you there. Hey, Curate, how you doing? Life's going well. It's not really a new job anymore, but I'm very much enjoying the the position that I'm in right now. I talked a little bit earlier about sort of cop and doctor shows in the intro, and one of the things that I wound up doing, because I was also thinking about Professor Layton, which I played on the DS, I started watching the old Fox show House. So I watched a couple episodes from the first season, and there's one with this jazz musician who has a do not resuscitate order, which the main character sort of he breaks, and they get there's a restraining order on him. Anyway, so there's this really I'd completely forgot about this scene, but there's this moment where they're talking with each other afterwards. I think House says something like, "It sounds like you know me better than I know you." He says I know that I know that limp, I know that empty ring finger. It's you don't save people who actually, I'll find the exact quote. It's a pretty good quote from the movie, or from the show. So, So it's I know that limp, I know that empty ring finger, and that obsessive nature of yours, that's a big secret. You don't risk jail in your career to save somebody who doesn't want to be saved unless you got something, anything, one thing. The reason normal people got wives and kids and hobbies, whatever, that's because they ain't got that one thing that hits them that hard and that true. I got music, you got this. that thing you think about all the time that keeps you south of normal. Yeah, it makes us great, makes us the best. All we miss out on is everything else. No woman waiting at home after work with a drink and a kiss. That ain't gonna happen for us. So like I heard that, I was like, oh man, they've really got they've really got me figured out on this one. Yeah, so that it does to a certain extent kind of feel like that at that job. Like it's one where I feel very fulfilled, and I definitely feel very it's one where I sort of feel like I'm doing good work, but it's also one where I feel like I'm quite suited to the work. So yeah, I mean, again, it's a little tedious to talk about work so much, but it is something that I really, really do enjoy. And it's something where, especially coming from a position where I knew that I was being underutilized, it's a real sort of breath of fresh air to be in a place like this. And I mean, I got promoted like before my probation was up. So that's kind of nice too. All right. Phoenix, can I ask you something? Do you really believe that Mr. Powers is innocent? Of course he is. That's all I wanted to hear. Excellent. I'll see you in court then. Great. Thanks, Mia. See you soon. To be continued. October 19th, 9:42 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 1. Mr. Wright? Yes? Why do you look so unhappy? Oh, nothing. Really, it's nothing. Right, Mia? Uh-oh, she looks even unhappier. Phoenix, your client is now practically a dead man walking. Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him. There's no time for dead people jokes, please. You know we're going into this trial utterly defenseless. Yet if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it. Something overlooked? We have to find something, Phoenix, today. It's that or lose the trial. This isn't going to be easy. October 19th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday, we learned that there were other people present at the studios. Oh, deleted. So it's been a weird day. On one hand, chronic health problems are threatening to throw you back in the depression hole, but on the other hand, I can't help but feel grateful to have your soft bed and full belly and awesome people in my life. And because I feel those things, I know I'm probably not depressed again yet. So first of all, I'm very sorry to hear that deleted day break, and I think it's very nice to hear you have that perspective. It's a little tricky because I've known people with depression, but I can't necessarily say that they have been the closest people with me. And so I can't necessarily say if it was the depression or if it was the fact that there was sort of that distance to a point where it maybe felt inappropriate to sort of try and intervene in that. But I have at least sort of that arm's length sympathy for the situation. But I was going to say, you're always an absolute delight both to be around, but also to catch inside of your broadcast. So, like I said, it does make me feel quite happy to hear you talk about these things that are going for you, because I also know that there have been some setbacks for you. But one of the things I will say and sort of speak to your qualities is that I actually really appreciated the fact that you were able to share your win with graduation inside of the channel. And so I'm hoping that you are able to sort of have a little bit of a, how do I put it? Kind of a bit more of the ups than the downs, particularly now when, you know, some of the stuff has been a bit off kilter. Yeah, that's good. And I'm really glad that you had that recognition from your sorry, I wanted to say principal. I think it was the dean. Yeah, it was the dean. Today I would like to show evidence proving that they had nothing to do with the murder. Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. I wonder if it'll be that producer. Prosecution calls Mr. Salmonella to the stand. Or that director. Will the witness state his name and profession? How rude can you get? You don't know me? I'm the director. I make the Steel Samurai, noob, raffle. Salmonella. I'm a director. Television. Were you at Global Studios on the day of the murder? Kirt says whenever depression tries... Sorry, I missed a few messages from people, but Vesper says, I know the vibes. Depressed is a hard fight. I share my strength with you, warrior. Deluded Daybreak says being hugged by the dean was a surprise, but a welcome one. That was, for those of you who aren't on the Discord, Deluded Daybreak shared a really nice story of her first graduation with the dean sort of saying that she made it, but also to hear kind of the callback to that for the graduate level graduation, I thought was a really nice one. And cured, whenever depression tries creeping up on me, I dance the sad away. Weird version of fake it till you make it, and with a bit of exercise. I really need to exercise more. Fortunately, I'm just super skinny, but I don't know. I feel like I can pick up heavy things and put them down again. And Shaba says, great to see you playing this game. Hope you're doing well. I'm also playing the trilogy. I'm on the second game now. That's really cool. This is actually my very first time playing it. So I think it was a DS game. I keep talking about playing Professor Layton on my DS, but this is actually my first time in the Ace Attorney series. All right. Were you at Global Studios on the day of the murder? Yes, Your Honor. Very well. Please testify to the court about the events of that day. Phoenix, start by picking this testimony apart. If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in the trailer on that day did it. Nah, I think it was the kid. Right, she doesn't waste any time putting on the pressure. Sorry, I didn't really take a break, but I'm just going to take a quick second here to finish my drink, because I'm definitely feeling a dryness. All right, the day of the murder. Sometimes you dance in the grocery store. I don't care if people think I'm crazy. I think they think you're crazy, but I think they do wish that you wouldn't, like, break open a bag of chips and throw them up for background effects. I'm kidding. I was at the studios from around 9 that morning. During the morning, I was doing an action scene run through. Oh, I didn't realize it was on the Game Boy Advance. Took a lot more time than I thought it would. I heard that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area. But I had a meeting in Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting until around 4. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. That's about it. time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. And according to your testimony, you were in the meeting at that time. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Studios from around 9 that morning. Is that when you always come into work? Oh, no. I come in all sorts of hours. It's the industry way. I know all about the freaks in your industry. Still, FWIW, I was pretty busy that day. Frowny face. Tell us more about that. During the morning, I was doing an action scene run through. So, I don't know if there's like a manual that's... But actually, you know what? I'm going to take a quick second and look for this on Steam. So, there does seem to be a bit of like a world detail, because there seems to be something about how like you can only solve the case within 3 days. Otherwise, like the defense automatically loses or something like that. I never quite understood that. So it doesn't look like there's a manual. So I'll confess, I actually don't really know. I noticed when it says about the game, the classic courtroom adventure series has sold over 6.7 million copies worldwide. It is finally here, become Phoenix Wright, etc., etc. And I'm like, well, oh no, here we go. View the manual. You are about to get some lore, my friends. Or not. Nope, it's just controls. Alright then. Well, you know what? I'm gonna go to Wikipedia and we're gonna answer this before we go further. 2001? This is a game for old people. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney is a visual novel adventure game developed and published by Capcom. It was released in 2001 for the Game Boy Advance in Japan and has been ported to multiple platforms. In 2005, the Nintendo DS version titled Gaikuten Saiben Yomigaru Gaikaden in Japan introduced an English language option, and it was the first game in the series released in North America and Europe. With the first entry in the Ace Attorney series, several sequels and spin-offs were produced, while the game has seen further ports and remasters for computers, game consoles, and mobile devices. Okay, plot. So yeah, I guess... Nope. Newly hired defense attorney agrees to represent his friend. So like this is talking about the episode that we did otherwise. So I don't know if there's a... I don't know if the manual sort of talked about why courts are so weird in this world, but I'm gonna roll with it. That's right. Wasn't... Yeah. There was a fight scene between the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate. Was anyone else at the run-through? Oh yeah, that security lady was sitting there watching the whole thing. Lol. She was cheering on Hammer, if you can believe it. After spending the following 7 years as a pianist who moonlighted as an undefeated poker player at the Borscht Bowl Club. Oh, that's spoiler. Damn it! Oh well. Certainly has the lungs for it. Anyone else? Nope. just us four. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. Why did it go on so long? I'm pretty sure you've already heard about this. But WP twisted his ankle during the run-through, see? Oh, right, that's the limp. Which, of course, led me missing my lunch. Roffs. Roffs? Rolling on the floor, starving? I heard that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area. What exactly did they have for lunch? T-bone steak. The assistant cooks them up. Come to think of it, there was a plate with some bones on it in the employee area. Everyone else, meaning that the witness did not eat with them. But I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. Sorry, just 1 second. Alright, sorry about that. So in the end, you didn't get to eat? Yeah, no steak at least. Can you believe it? Actually, Underwater Monk, we covered that in the first episode. We did a little bit of a review of the Supreme Court and then the kind of the backlog and talking about some of the cases that have been dismissed. That must have been tough. Phoenix. Yeah? Doesn't something about that seem odd to you? It's contradictory to the stakes that we saw at the trailer. Yeah, it does seem odd now that you mention it. Mr. Manella. Hmm? What did you want? Sweats. When I went to Studio 2, I saw something on the table there. There were 2 plates, the same kind of plates as the ones in the employee area. Who ate lunch there? Good call, Sweats. I was embarrassed, so I didn't want to mention it. But I did eat after all. A T-bone steak, you mean? Yeah, well, I mean, the assistant went through and all that trouble. I brought it to the trailer, thinking I could eat it later. Clearly a man who likes to eat. I'd suspected as much. So when exactly did you eat it? We took 1 break during that meeting. I wolfed it down then. Drool. A mental image I will carry with me to my grave. Wait a second. They took a break in that meeting. That contradicts his testimony. I'll press on that one a bit more. We're in the meeting until around 4. What were you discussing? Steel Samurai story and our budget. Get this. The sponsors turn to me and say, Mr. Manella, those scripts of yours are not appropriate for children. Can you believe it? Actually, I kind of can. So nobody left the table during the whole meeting. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. You didn't take a single break. Well, yeah, not a one. Sweats. What's he sweating so much about, I wonder? If only I had an idea. Wait a second. Maybe I do have an idea. Wait a second! Mr. Manella, you've just contradicted yourself. Didn't you just tell the court that you ate a T-bone steak during a break? Oops, Raffle. Well? Mr. Manella, what's this all about? Well, yeah, I guess I did take a little break. Phoenix, great job. If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studio during that time. Your Honor, I call on the witness to testify to the court about this break. Very well. Mr. Manella, your testimony, please. Uh-oh. Edgeworth is laughing. The break. Yeah. For Will, we took a break, Raffle. But it was only 15 minutes. 15! That's only 13 in base 12. Not enough time for someone to say, commit murder in Studio 1, lol. That's only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak, if you ask me, Steams. I don't think it would even be enough time for that, but that's just me. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. I am not at all familiar with that, Cured, but I'm also oblivious, so that may not count for much. What time exactly did you, what time exactly did you take this break? I'd say it was from around 2:30 or so until 2:45. 2:30? That's the time of death. So he could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, and come back. Guess it's possible time-wise. It was only 50 minutes. 15. That's only 13 in base 12. What were you doing for those 15 minutes? Eating my T-bone steak. What else? There were 2 plates on that table. Oh, right. The other one was Diva's. Sorry. D. Vasquez plate. D. Vasquez, the producer. To eat a T-bone steak in 15 minutes, that's quite a feat. Not enough time for someone to say, commit murder in Studio 1, lol. Oh yeah, no, this is actually the first I've heard of it, Cured. Why is that? Haven't we had enough of this pointless line of questioning? Your Honor, the testimony to this point has made one certain fact painfully clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with this murder. It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio 1. What? Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Surely you are suggesting one of the people in the trailer went to Studio 1. Well, Mr. Wright? Phoenix, this is critical. Think about it before you give your answer. Do you claim someone from the trailer went to Studio 1? Nope, it's impossible. I want to write off so many possible suspects. But I can't keep claiming the impossible either. I agree that it was impossible for anyone in the trailer to go to the studio in that time. Haha! I thought you might be thoughtlessly treading on thin ice again. But I see you had at least an inkling of the truth. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? It's quite simple. True, the break in the trailer meeting came at the time of death. However, the path from there to the scene of the crime was blocked. The fallen Mrs. Monkeyhead barred the way. At around 2:15, a strong gust of wind knocked off the studio mascot's head. Ergo, when the people in the trailer took a break at 2:30, the way to the studio was blocked. Blocked by Mrs. Monkey's severed head. Well, I think we need to do a murder mystery on Mrs. Monkey. It's actually Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has a point. And somehow I feel no desire to correct him. I believe we have seen enough evidence. I would like to relieve Mr. Manella from the stand. What? It's over. Very well. The court's opinion on this case is as follows. We have found that there are several other people in Studio 2 on the day of the murder. However, it is also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio 1. They therefore have no relation to this case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of the Steel Samurai, given the size of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. All that is lacking is decisive evidence that he was the one who did it. If we had that, I'm afraid I would have to find Mr. Powers guilty. Your Honor, the prosecution is pleased to announce that we have indeed decisive evidence. A witness. Who is this witness, Mr. Edgeworth? My witness saw the very moment when the Steel Samurai skewered the victim. Order! I will have order! I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear your witness. Court is adjourned for the recess. Or for recess. October 19, 11:04 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 1. What do we do now, Mia? Everyone in that trailer has an alibi. I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong. Mia! Don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, what hope do I have? Don't get me wrong. I've never given up on a trial before, not while there was a chance. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. People in the trailer could not have gone to Studio 1. I thought there was more to it than that. But I was wrong. That's all there is. What's gonna happen to me? It kind of seems like everyone in that courtroom thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer. Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you are innocent, we will prove it. I guarantee it. Leave it to us, and be yourself. Be strong. You are the Steel Samurai hero to children everywhere, after all. Not much a fan of whiskey, so Bailey's is all that I can add to a hot drink to make it up. I actually haven't... I've not, like, fully given up on alcohol. I'm one of these, like, really tedious people who... I basically read too much. So, like, the thing for me was that I kind of feel that alcohol is basically smoking with better PR. Everything I have ever read about alcohol is just how amazingly bad it is for you, like any amount. And I really like whiskey, but basically ever since actually just sitting down and reading about it, I'm like, there is no way I could just, like, I kind of had this reflection of, I know some smoker friends, I probably have inhaled ridiculous amounts of secondhand smoke. But, like, there's a side of me where I was like, I would never voluntarily just, like, take a cigarette and smoke it. Like, there's no possible way that I could justify that for myself. And yet, like, you know, I never drank ridiculous amounts, but, like, it wasn't really a thing, you know. I would occasionally have, like, a whiskey, and that'd be fine. And when I actually just kind of sat down and thought about it, I was like, yeah, like, this makes no sense. There's no evidence I have seen that says this is anything but terrible for me. And yet, you know, I guess from an early age, I've heard, Prosciutto Fist, thank you very much for the host. Or the raid, I suppose. Folks, I think a lot of you already know Prosciutto Fist because of the raids. But actually, Diluted Daybreak, you may like this. Prosciutto Fist has been doing the Elder Scrolls 4, the remaster. I believe it is her first time in that game. Or at least I think that's what you were playing. I originally found Prosciutto Fist through Book of Hours, but it was like, I think the one time she was playing it, and then And then we moved on to other things. So definitely check her out for the Elder Scrolls Oblivion and other games. I think I'm trying to remember the name of the game that you were playing by Compulsion Games. It was it took place in sort of the deep south. If I bring it up if I open my Xbox app, I'm sure I'll find it. Where were we? South of Midnight. Thank you. I would never have guessed that on its own. Anyways, definitely somebody worth checking out. I think you mentioned that you were going to be sort of ramping up on streaming again, so definitely somebody worth checking out. I will just let some of you know, for those of you... So first of all, for those of you who don't know me from Pro's stream, this is what I sound like. And I behave completely different from the way that I actually behave in chats. But this is actually my very first time playing the Ace Attorney series, which I understand is a highly accurate depiction of the legal system. So, enjoy. It has undead lawyers with plunging necklines, and that's really all I can think about here, but yeah, so Mia, you are... So I don't know if you've ever played this, Prosciutto Fist, but this game is nuts in an absolutely delightful way. You are the Steel Samurai, hero to children everywhere, after all. You... Thanks. Okay, Phoenix. This one's for the kids. Let's do it. October 19th, 11:15 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 4. Court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution has a concern. As our witness is a grade schooler of tender years and this is a murder case, we worry that the defense might cause unnecessary trauma with his cruel questioning. Nice to see Edgeworth taking the moral high ground. However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand. They couldn't give him like an apple box to stand on. Your Honor, oh, they've got it right here. Okay, so I'm just channeling my inner Edgeworth. This is fine because I actually relate to Edgeworth much more. Obviously, very dapper man, poised, refined, all of the qualities I have. Your Honor, perhaps you could arrange a box for him to stand on? Oh, right. Guard, please bring him a box. One of those donut crates should do. You're allowed cameras in the courtroom? Will the witness state his name and grade in school? Witness! What? Just because you're all grown up and mean doesn't mean you can push me around. Cody, answer his question, okay? Hey, it's you, the nice lady. I'm Cody Hackins. I'm in 2nd grade. I get the feeling this is going to be a long, long day. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember that you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle. Witness, Cody. He's having trouble with this gentle thing. You were present, you were at Global Studios on the day of the incident? You got a problem with that? Please tell us what you saw that day. What, Pops? You want me to tell you and Gramps with the beard over there? Just Mr. Edgeworth will be fine. I prefer Bill Deltaman myself. A very long day. Sorry, I completely stumbled over that. I don't like it when they rush through the text, but... Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom. Okay, so... That's the second time the game's anticipated an objection I have. My apologies, Your Honor. I'd like special permission if that's possible. Wait, so you're saying you had a bargain to bargain terms with a kid and you lost? Hey, I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet, but I bring it with me wherever I go. Phoenix, I wonder if he had that camera on the day of the murder. You better make a note of that in the court record. Digital camera, Cody always carries it, though he's still learning how to use it. Very well, Cody. Please testify to the court about what you saw on the day of the incident. I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. I went through the woods off the path so that old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kind of lost on the way, though, for about 30 minutes. When I came out by the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. It totally rocked. Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! If I had my camera with me, that would have been a time for the shot, I tell you. Anyway, I couldn't get into the studio, so I went home. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. But be gentle. Remember, you're talking to a child. This kid is tougher than most adults we see in here, honestly. I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. You really like the Steel Samurai, huh? Of course I do! I've taped every show, and I go to all the live performances. That's impressive. Have you been to the amusement park? Of course, duh! My dad always takes me. Poor dad. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. Was that was that day the first time you'd been to the studio? Actually, I'd been a couple of times. Never managed to get there on a rehearsal day. And that security lady's always yelling. Right. Please continue. Chill, Pops, I'm getting to it. How am I supposed to talk with you cutting me off all the time? Jeez! I went through the woods off the path so that old lady wouldn't catch me. Off the path? Yeah, you know how the studios are in a valley there. You go off the path a little, there's woods. That's where I was. I see. Anyhow, I was going for the studio. Did nothing usually happen on your way to the studio? Did nothing unusual happen on your way to the studio? Usual? Did you see this monkey by any chance? Oh, you mean Mr. Monkey? Yeah, I saw him, but his head wasn't busted. So you went straight to the studio. I got kind of lost on the way, though, for about 30 minutes. You got lost in the woods. Yeah, I couldn't figure out which way I was walking. And I was relieved when I saw the blue studio doors. But guess what happened next? When I came out by the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. The Steel Samurai? Yeah, he was standing by the studio gate. It looked like he was thinking about something before going in. Then he opened up the gate and went inside. I see. What then? It totally rocked. Right before my eyes came out, out came the bad guy. What sort of bad guy was it? A guy. A person. Kind of tall. Skinny. Are you sure it was a guy? I don't know. He was kind of far away. It's being awfully vague. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! What happened to the bad guy? Huh? Well, he kind of didn't move. Not a bit. Like he was dead. I guess he's a real pro. What a great actor. Yes, I suppose he was. If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for the shot, I tell you. If you had your camera... You mean you weren't carrying your camera then? Nope, I wasn't. It's not like I have it all the time. Really? I guess seeing the killing freaked him out and he went home. Phoenix! Remember, he's a child. Use gentle words, but be firm. Easy for you to say. Alright, so it's going to want me to present some kind of objection. So yeah, it says always carries it, so I'm just going to push ahead to that. Now look here, you little... Cody, what you just said seems, well, a little strange. Didn't you say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that. Huh? Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right? Mr. Wright, a word with you. Uh-oh. Was I putting the pressure on too much? What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about? It's, a digital camera, Your Honor. It's kind of a new sort of camera. How do I explain that? I see. Anyway, Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. You did bring it, didn't you? Mr. Wright, how cruel you are to terrorize a poor child so. I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in court. What do you mean, or a prosecuting attorney? Well, Cody? What? Yeah, so I had my camera, so what? You got a problem with that? So you did have a camera. And did you use this camera? Why would I use it? I was too busy watching. Very well. Please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching. Yeah, I had my camera with me, but I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. A steel samurai. He goes for the bad guy. Wham! Then the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong. The steel samurai rules. Ah, is that all? Well, that was brief. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Yeah, my camera with me. So why didn't you use it? He's getting to that. Relax and listen. I didn't use it because I was too busy watching the real thing. But I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. So you were watching the Steel Samurai. Did you watch the whole fight? Yeah, of course. You didn't turn away, not even once. No? Okay then. Tell us exactly what happened. Yeah, I'm getting to that. Steel Samurai. He goes for the bad guy. Wham! Alright. Have a good one, Prosciutto Fist. So the bad guy attacked him first. Yeah! What sort of person was this bad guy? I told you, a person. He was a person. How was he dressed? I kind of don't remember. I was too busy watching the Steel Samurai. I see. And what happened next? Then the bad guy stopped moving. Why? Huh? What do you mean, why? Why wasn't the bad guy moving? Well, because the Steel Samurai brought him to justice. And how exactly did he do that? How did he do it? With a samurai kick and a samurai punch, samurai chop, samurai slap. Something like that. He's still being vague about this. What? Don't give me that look, Pops. How should I play this? Cody. What? Something's bothering me. Before you said that you couldn't take your eyes off the action. Yeah, there's a few comments about the Toy Story. It is a charming little animation. I'm surprised that that's the one that keeps coming up. Yeah? So what? Yet you missed the most important part. Objection! What is the meaning of this? The witness has stated what he saw quite clearly. Objection! You know as well as I do that he is being vague. Tell me what kind of murderer uses a samurai slap. My point is this. Cody, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurais fight. But you missed the most important part. The killing blow. Order! Mr. Wright, how could this be? Can you explain how he might have missed something so vital? Have a good night, Vanguard Master. I will see you online tomorrow. I'm sorry it's taken me so long to review your deck. Well, that's the thing. Hey, Nix! I believe you're on the right track with this. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know you. You can figure this out. Mr. Wright, your answer. We have ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? The tricky part on this one is that, so he couldn't watch it, could speak to Mr. Monkey. He was watching something else, strikes me as more plausible, but I can't actually think why a superfan would like pay attention to something else, so I'm not as convinced on that one. And then the challenge that I run into is that as attractive as it is to say, show evidence, it's not immediately obvious to me which of these I would go for. I mean, I suppose there is the idea of every battle that he's won, the Steel Samurai could be losing, but that doesn't really feel I don't know, it doesn't feel right. I mean, there is the camera. Okay, I gotta think through this. So he couldn't watch it. He's able to see everything else. So I think trying to appeal to Mr. Monkey doesn't work there. He was watching something else I think I'd already eliminated before. So if I... Oh, crap. Okay. Well, that sounds like that was right. Sorry, I wanted to review the evidence again. Your Honor, I have evidence. Evidence? Yes, Your Honor. Why did Cody look away from the fight? Okay, so attorney's badge isn't going to be relevant. Autopsy report tells me the time, tells me the cause of death. Photo of the Steel Samurai isn't relevant here. Got guide map isn't relevant. This is at least related to the murder, but I can't see this as a reason why he would, why he wouldn't see the fight. Again, we actually haven't brought this up at all, but I'm assuming we see like powers on the stand at some point. I'm not sure. Really what this comes down, there's two things associated with Cody. One would be Path to Glory, and then the other would be the camera. I'm slightly more inclined to say Cody's camera now that I see he's still learning how to use it. So the story I'm telling in my head, and this is kind of like a justification after accidentally hitting the right option, is to say he's fiddling with his camera, and that's why the prompt is inside here. Here's my proof. What's that? The camera. The witness stated that he recently received this camera. Yes, I'm aware of that. He wasn't entirely familiar with its operation. I'm aware of that too. Ah! Correct. Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at the crucial moment? Because he was looking at his camera. He was trying to take a picture. Hey! Bullseye. What's your problem, Pops? You got a thing for picking on little kids? Pressing, not picking. Good job, Phoenix. Cody was lying, clearly. Smart of you to realize there was no way he could just stand there watching his hero and not take a picture. Right, Cody. There's only one reason why you would have looked away from the fight. And that was because you wanted to take a picture. But having just received your camera, you weren't used to using it yet. So you missed the climax of the fight, correct? Yeah. Well, Phoenix, I'll bet you anything he's hiding more than that. Have him testify again. Right. Mia means business. Your Honor, the defense would like to request that Cody Hackins testify once more. Very well. Cody, could you please tell us about your camera and about why you didn't take a picture of the fight? Welcome to the real world, jackass, kid. Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai just escaped from the clutches of the villain. So I held up my camera to take a picture. But the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened. Yep. Anything strange in that testimony, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure. But I'd like to proceed with the cross-examination anyway. Pops? Yeah, I called you Pops, you spiky-haired geezer. Geezer? I'm Mr. Edgeworth. I guess I'm the bearded gentleman. That's what I hate about grown-ups. You're all so self-conscious. Okay, off with the kid gloves. Testify, witness. Testify. Yipes! Steel Samurai just escaped from the clutches of the villain. So you did see the beginning of the fight? Yeah. Did you notice anything unusual? I guess the Steel Samurai was moving a little strange. Moving strangely. So I held up my camera to take a picture. Why couldn't you take a picture? My new camera has too many buttons. I couldn't figure it out. I tried to take a picture. I really tried. But the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. When the lens opened, what did you see? Well, a person on the ground, and the Steel Samurai. That's all that happened. Yep. That's all? Yeah, I told you. I didn't take a picture. I would have once I got that lens open. Did he really not take a picture? Not even one? Nah, he definitely would have taken a picture. There's got to be something here I can use. Cody? Listen up, Cody Hackins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture. Hey! Bullseye? How did you know? I see through all your lies, Cody Hackins. It's one of my powers. Wow. This feels great. Yeah, I took a picture. Perhaps you can change your testimony to reflect this, Cody. I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased him. You erased them? Yeah. Why would you erase a picture of your beloved steel samurai victorious? Well, you know, why would I want to keep a picture like that? It's becoming less and less cooperative. Better find a clear contradiction soon, or some solid evidence. How can I pick holes in such short testimony? There has to be something. Dig up the dirt, Phoenix. Find out what this kid's all about. I'm just going to confront him with the books for, Cody! What? Every time you say Cody, you follow it with something bad. I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day. Huh? Oh, right. What was it you told me then? I go to every live performance. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Whizzam! I got them all. I never missed one. A perfect collection. Cody, did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe that you would just erase it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album? Ah! Mr. Wright, what exactly is this album? It's called Path to Glory. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hackins. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has won. I see. Don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all his pictures of the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day. Order! Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? If the Steel Samurai had just defeated his adversary, I certainly would expect to see a picture of it in this album. Exactly my point, Your Honor. "404, Phoenix not found." No, wait. No way. Phoenix? I think we finally discovered the truth. And what truth it is. Mia, are we sure about this? Did he actually... Yes. I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. Tell them, Phoenix. Tell them what the truth is. I'm guessing this is that the Steel Samurai was defeated, but... Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what is going on here. Why was there no picture in the album from the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photos he took? I can think of only one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos. You mean the Steel Samurai lost? Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai. No way! No! It's impossible! The Steel Samurai never loses. I actually really like this motivation for the kid lying. This is well done. He never loses to anyone, ever! Your Honor, the witness has revealed everything with his words. There was a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take the picture. The same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle... This definitely knows what it's doing. He couldn't handle the truth. I will have order. Witness! I mean, Cody, is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw. I do hope some of you have seen. Yeah, I hope at least some of you have seen the Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson scene that has, yeah, A Few Good Men. Sorry, what did you see? Tell the court what you saw. Cody, that day you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right? Okay. You're right. The Steel Samurai fell down. Then he didn't move. Order! What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. Yet according to your witness's testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell. Have a good one, Kieran. Hey, Starbright Knight, good to see you. How are you doing? Mr. Wright, what's going on? Apparently, we have all made a serious error. An error? What's this all about? There was no victim? There was no victim. There was no victim in this case. What? Has the defense taken leave of his senses? Of course, Jack Hammer died. But the Steel Samurai fell too. It was a draw. Objection! Sorry, I was too shocked to say anything for a bit there. Listen, Wright. Only one person died in this incident, and that is Jack Hammer. Things are going well, Starbright Knight. Sorry, I'm totally losing whether or not I replied. I'm definitely enjoying. This is my first time through Phoenix Wright, and I'm definitely having a good time with it. Only one person died in this incident, and that is Jack Hammer. Yet now you claim that there was no victim? Are you insane? Uh-oh. He's pulling out all the stops now. I'm sorry. It was I who was wrong. Okay, Wright. First you're right, now you're wrong? Which is it? Look, I'm sure there's something we're overlooking. Okay. If you're so sure, then tell us what it is. What's this all about? I mean, I'll go with Steel Samurai was the victim then? If you understand what really happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer, he was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai. Order! So the Steel Samurai is in this photograph. You're saying the man in this costume was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer? That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run-through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Will Power's foot injury. But wait, hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to Studio One already? That's what everyone thought. But remember what Miss Oldbag said in her testimony? The day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. So I was wondering if they faked the death, but clearly I was wrong. Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him going to Studio One, nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room. Then he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. But why would the victim do such a thing? I don't know. I get it. thought that the steel samurai was moving strange. So it was a different person inside the suit. Pops! Huh? Me? What? Actually, there was one piece of data I saved. Data? Yeah, a photo on my digital camera. What? Show us, quick. No way, man. Not if you're gonna look at me like that. Now! Here. This is it. Well, looking at this, it's still a little hard to say. I'm afraid that it could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright? I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence. I'm sorry, this doesn't look like it's the proof we need. I'll give it back. Wait, Phoenix. Mia? What? Look at that photo once more. That's it, Phoenix. That photo is all the evidence you need to win this trial. What? Your Honor, may I see that photo once more, please? Certainly. I don't see why not. Phoenix, show him. There's a glaring, decisive inconsistency with the facts as we know them in that photo. Find the inconsistency in the photo. Oh, God. I was thinking it might be related to Mr. Monkey. I have no idea if this, like, the damaged weapon is... I think it's here. Well, no, that's got to be a failure. You seem to be lacking even more confidence than usual. I suppose that's because I'm not confident about it at all. Maybe you want to rethink your case, Mr. Wright? Yes, please, Your Honor. Oh, Jesus. So I was hoping it would, like, light up or something like that. Wait, is the fact that it's a Studio 2? Your Honor, look at this. I see a gate. Might I draw your attention to the number on that gate? Number? Ah, yes. Well, it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2. Certainly not a 1, Your Honor, correct? Ah. I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at. But that's impossible. What's this all about? Please explain so that I might be shocked along with the rest of the court. I'll use the studio guide map. The body was found here in Studio 1. However, what do we see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on that gate in the photo. Your Honor, here is the scene of the true scene of the crime. It was here! What does that have to do with the number on the gate in the photograph? Well... Sorry, Your Honor. I guess I hadn't thought that far through that far through yet. Think it through before you point at the map this time, Mr. Wright. Once again, where is the scene of this crime? I mean, I thought it was Studio 2, but let's try. No, didn't go yellow. Here, at Studio 2. I see. That would explain the 2 on the gate in the photo. Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. The path to the trailer was blocked. So we have heard. The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time. Yes. Yes, I suppose that would be the case. Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony? Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet in actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime, Studio 2. As you may recall, there is a trailer in Studio 2. Now on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Miss D. Vasquez were outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime. Order! The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard Miss Oldbag saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a steel samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2. This is madness. Jack Hammer is the victim. The victim! Why would he steal a steel samurai costume? Are you suggesting he did so to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not. Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim, Jack Hammer, stole the costume. I have proof. You do? You do, Mr. Wright? Now that they're so surprised, suddenly I'm much less confident. I think I'm right, though. Here's my proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume. So there's two possibilities here. Either the ill-fitting costume, which is the photo, or the other is the sleeping pills. I'm going to try the photo first. Oh, wait, no, that can't be right. Gotta have some proof that will knock their socks off. Mr. Wright, we don't have all the time in the world here. Yes, Your Honor. Here's my proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume. This is it. An empty medicine bottle. I found this on the table in the employee area. Same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads, sleeping pills. Sleeping pills. The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent that entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes. There's no proof that Mr. Hammer used it. Your Honor, I have an idea. An idea? Continue. Run a test of Powers' blood. You should find traces of the sleeping pills. This much time after the day of the murder? Even if there were traces, it still proves nothing. No blood test could tell that Hammer was the one who drugged him, Mr. Wright. He's right. Darn. That didn't work. Time to try another idea. Your Honor, I have an idea. An idea. Very well. Let's hear it. I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should show up on this bottle. After I've handled it, of course. I suppose you're right. Very well. The court will take possession of the bottle. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Cody Hacken's testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. The steel samurai seen by Miss Oldbag may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2. And those in the trailer did not have time to commit murder. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the steel samurai costume? Also, who killed him and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow. It's a lot of homework. Mr. Edgeworth. You will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. As you say, Your Honor. This trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. Very well. Court is adjourned. October 19th, 2:47 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. Whew. That was a close one. We're saved by a hair. That's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during that trial. Me too. Really? You both seem so confident. Maybe I should take up a career in acting. I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too. Dead? Oh, of course we're kidding. Are you sure? I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go and make our final investigation. But I promise you, we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. Right, thanks. To be continued. All right. It is rather late. I know I got started late, but I think I'm going to call it here. I don't know how much longer we have in this episode, but what I will do, I think what I'll do is we'll be doing Cyberpunk on Monday. Now, I saw on Friday. I did need to check something. I do have a dinner with a professor. This might actually be the last time I get to see him. So, oh wow. Yeah, you definitely need to get some sleep, diluted daybreak. So, I need to double check. Actually, you know what? I might be able to see this in my calendar. Just give me a second. No, it looks like Sunday. Okay, cool. So no, I should be able to. We will still do Cyberpunk on Friday, but I will. I'll come back. Or I will. Sorry. I'll come back to this on Monday. We should finish off episode 3, and then I'll take that as the opportunity to do some like Canadian legal facts and all of that. So sorry for the late start. I don't think we would have. I don't think we would have finished the episode today, anyway. But I will leave it there. Let's find somebody to host, though, while I wrap up. Will Shand is on. I don't know what he's playing. He always tends to play some very strange, very indie kind of horror games. Yes, I should not have done that. Yeah, he seems like a good good option to host. So yes, thank you everybody for hanging out. Thank you for Vesper for the game. Thank you Diluted Daybreak and Prosciutto Fist for the host. I hope you all have a good night. I do hope you stick around for Will Shand doing his strange and scary games. I am appreciating how much people like this series, and I do too. Like I think I don't know why I keep comparing this to Professor Layton. Professor Layton is still definitely a favorite of mine, but I'm very charmed by Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. So thank you very much. Thank you very much, Vesper, for gifting that to the channel. I hope you all have a good time in Will Shand's channel. He does this for a living, and he's definitely a very unique and very entertaining broadcaster. Yes, I did hear about the crossover, so I was wondering if that meant Layton was a Capcom game, but Vesper was kind enough to remind me that it is in fact a level 5 game. I actually think I have one Layton game I haven't played yet, but anyways. Yeah, I gotta get some sleep. Thank you everybody for hanging out. I will, for those of you here for more Phoenix Wright, we will do that on Monday. For those of you who just like the sound of my voice, I'll see you Friday for Cyberpunk. Until then, take care.